live? I don't feel that live. Apparently I'm live. I don't know. Might disappear again. Just like went off. Oh God, I've never done this before. So I'm now playing with YouTube Live. I play with with Facebook Live occasionally. This one is a first. I got my cup of tea and I'm just going to sit here and see if I can work it out. The streaming stuff with OBS, that was too hard work, too much hard work. I couldn't work that one out, so what? But the webcam stuff, well, it's there. Ooh. My webcam's sitting on the top of my laptop. I don't know. I wish I could have advice. I've got to work all this out by myself, and it's like advice would be useful. I've been doing courses. I've been uploading my courses to Udemy. So I'm feeling very, very pleased with myself because I have been doing video editing for the first time ever. Because usually I just spiel my stuff and I don't bother with the editing. Because if you can get it right first time, why bother? I mean, it cuts down on time. But with the Udemy stuff, I've had to make sure that I've had to learn about video quality, audio. I got my little snowball microphone, audio quality, video quality, and video editing quality. So yeah, it's been an experimental thing. I've been enjoying it because I managed to do my shoulder in, so I can't garden. And plus, it's pouring with rain, and it looks pretty miserable out there. Well, the sun basically comes back every now and again. But yeah, there's some. It's got a little bit strange. So I'm now sitting doing videos for lectures. I'm doing my first lecture is called Tantric Dancing with Yoni Eggs. Yeah, there we go. I bet you didn't expect to see one of these on your feed today. But this is a demo. It's a demo Yoni Egg. I used to teach Yoni Egg workshops. So this is a demo one, never been used for all the perverts out there. It's great, like perverts, but this is not one that's ever been used. So, but yeah, as I say, it's I want to do on my online courses. So I've been wanting to do this for absolute years, and I'm never quite sure how it's meant to look. I used to teach workshops. They're easy. You just turn up and you spiel your rubbish, and you spiel your bollocks, and basically people go, "Oh wow, that was amazing! I didn't know that." Online stuff, I've had to learn a lot of technical side of things, but the YouTube videos I've been doing for quite a few years. It's like, well, quite a few years now. Been over a year. Yeah, it's coming up to its second year. I didn't do much in the first year, but I've been learning video techniques and learning how to use video software and stuff. So it's just the next step. I've just got to polish it and get a little bit more professional. So I'm sitting here, decided I need a tea break, and I'm exploring video live stream on YouTube. Well, hello. Nobody really sort of. I don't get a lot of people on YouTube. YouTube. I guess I'm too strange for YouTube. You want some news stuff. I can't talk about the news. I'd get into trouble if I talked about the news. I tried talking about the news. I tried sort of doing around the edges, but I'm not as polished. I'm not a journalist, and I think you need some journalist skills. I'd have loved to have been a journalist when I was younger. It would have been a good one, but I never actually got by. I published a few books, publishing books. That was my bit that I did, but didn't ever become a journalist. The skill set there is required, I think, for a good, I don't know, YouTuber that does news. I'm not gamer either, so I looked at doing games. So I looked at doing Twitch, but no, sorry, can't do it. I like games. I like watching them. I like watching other people play games. That's fun. But my gaming sort of ended quite a few years ago. I used to do Doom. Doom was fun. Baldur's Gate was fun, but they all got too expensive. And life, everything got too expensive. So it's like, nope, can't do that anymore. So no, I'm not a gamer. Even like solitaire and cards, yeah, it got a bit boring after a while. I'd rather read a book. Sorry, I'd rather read a book than play games. But I recognize that it's a good coping mechanism. It gets some frustration out, and I actually think that people should play games, not to the extent that perhaps if it takes over your life and it becomes an obsession. But yeah, so Twitch isn't much for me either. I've got to explore TikTok. Apparently, I've put my videos up on TikTok, and I get a few views and stuff. But yeah, there's something like there's a vibe, a strange vibe on TikTok. You get the feeling that somebody's watching you just as much as you're watching them. Big Brother is watching you. There's probably here, but I like YouTube. I'm sad of the censorship that has come down, the political. We're not allowed to talk about things, and that's very sad because it suppresses creativity. I know if you're an asshole, then basically, yeah, you know, nobody will watch you. But if you're a creative asshole, then lots of people watches you, and they don't. Yeah, they're missing out on creativity here. And my creativity is at the moment being expressed in my rhymes when I use my words to weave some sorcery. I enjoy that. That's my rhymes. You'll find them on the fronts of every video that I do for YouTube. So it's like I will do a rhyme. Some of it is a little bit obtuse and you can't see through. It's not that clear of what I meant, but there's reason for that. You can put all kinds of meanings into words, and you can shift them and manipulate them. And yeah, it's an awesome thing to practice. I've been on my online courses. I will be using words to weave my magic, weave my sorcery. A weave of change begins here in the mind. Information, meditation, a curiosity, and a need to find something more than what that was before, something solid, practiced, and with old law. No new age hippie shit with veiled keywords. This is sacred territory and not for the herds. We need a light just to show us the way. We want to trust what you say. We will start with the brain, practicality showing us that we are not insane. I will take your hand and lead the dance, leaving nothing up for chance. Trust me, for we are the same. This weaving is not a game. See, that's one of my rhymes that I've done to, let's say, entice people. It's for the promotion video. Now, I've never done one before, so I'm aware that I'm treading on unknown territories. But that's exciting too. But when you're new to something, you're going to make mistakes. But I thought what I'd do is I would weave a few verses, and you can weave a few sort of NLP phrases like "you like me," and all things. But is that right? Is subliminals a good thing? I don't know. I think so many people are aware of them these days. It probably just makes you smile. I mean, we're all sort of amused by the psyops. I don't watch television. I haven't watched television in years, but I listen to some of the clips and I'm like, come on, you don't think we're that stupid? And that's the sort of, really? What do you think? What are you taking us for if that's all that you think? Is that all that you are thinking that we are? Come on, we can see straight through that. And I mean, that's how I watch anything on television these days. So it's like, fuck off. I'm not that stupid, and I don't believe lots of people are not that stupid. But there are a lot of people that seem to be pushed into the role of acting stupid. See, I'm getting cross at those people that are calling names for people that are stuck in petrol queues. See, I'm going to get political, but I'm not getting in. I don't want to call names for people stuck in petrol queues. If you run out of petrol and all this fucking stuff is going down, you're going to queue for petrol. You have no choice. And it's not like you're panic buying, you're just getting your usual petrol, but you can't do that anymore because a lot of the petrol stations are empty. So this isn't panic buying, but this is my weekly buying of petrol, and I can't do it unless I queue. So yeah, get lost with your calling me names, all those idiots that are queuing. Yeah, how else are we meant to get petrol these days? It gets a bit like, sod off. I don't like being called names. I fill up £20 a week. I put in £20 this week, but I did have to queue a bit for it. You know, I don't like people being unkind, and it's divisions are so obvious. It's like, yeah, okay, there was a spike in everybody decided, well, not everybody, but that was last week. This week, we just kind of need petrol. being hung out to dry for it. It's not cool. And there's other divisions that are so like obvious. I'm not playing anymore. I don't want to play the division bell. I don't want to encourage to be divided. If you are feeling different, which I guess I've always felt different, I've always been different, but if you're feeling different for the first time in your life, then hey, you know, welcome to the club. If you're not a conspiracy theory or an anti whatever they call them, refuseniks and things like that, you're not actually that different. There are lots of us out there. It's just you've just recently made the transition, and welcome to the club, because it's not an easy club, and we want to be kind to you when you arrive, because yeah, it's like it's a shock. Your whole system goes into, oh my God, I'm not one of the people that are mean and unkind and divisive. I'm not above them, but I'm certainly not going down that path that they are. So it makes me different, and I don't want to be different, but certain aspects of self require me to make this stand. And yeah, I acknowledge that. I acknowledge the fact that there are people out there who are very new to making a stand. And just be kind to yourself. It's not a kind position. People will point their finger at you and say, oh, you're different, witch, burn the witch. Yeah, we've had it for generations, and stepping out of the herd is very, very difficult. But once you've done it, and once you feel you have no choice, that's the bottom line. You don't feel you can see any other choice because you disagree fundamentally of what the herd is doing. It's a big step, and we ought to acknowledge each other that, hey, we're doing the best we can under the circumstances. Yeah, I'm doing the best I can under the circumstances. And so is my buddy Tat. My ginger and white kitty's fast asleep here. And we're enjoying the weather changing. We got rain. We had sunlight a minute ago. We got rain now. It's all over the place. It's fun and games. So I'm going to take my cup of tea, my big cup, my big mug, and go and wave my yoni egg around. It's a demo yoni egg. Oh no, my partner, I put a warning on the end of my video, my end of my promo video, saying no eggs, no hard-boiled eggs, no soft-boiled eggs to be used, no footballs and no fire extinguishers. A warning at the end, just use the appropriate tools for the appropriate job. Dear, my partner came up with that one, and it was like, okay, because I get it, blokes like not sure how to sort of talk about yoni eggs, and it's like, fine, you don't have to, just smile and wave and just make jokes. That's fine. If it's not your thing, that's fine. You don't have to be into it. Yoni eggs are something for people that have the appropriate tools for the appropriate job. Dear. But the state of the place these days, you've got to be so careful. I don't even know how careful I'm meant to be. I don't know what is allowed to talk about and what isn't. There isn't rules out there. You see, I need structure. I need sort of somebody to say, no, you can't talk about that, instead of just slapping me for it and telling me off afterwards. It's just like, oh, all right then. I came across a terminology the other day. I thought that was rather good. The rain on the roof. It's but the terminology was neurodivergent. I liked it. It's stimulated. Neurodivergent. Somebody who thinks differently, doesn't go along the path. And I'm like, well, there's a lot of people like me who I feel neurodivergent. I don't think the way, but I like that. That's a good thing in my world. And I think people who are moving into that space are becoming divergent. Yay! I'm probably going to stop soon because I can't hear myself over the rain. But I'm still about. I might do this again. If you just give me a thumbs up, please give me a thumbs up. Just tell me that you're watching, because I feel like I'm talking to nobody here. Love you lots. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye now.